Corpus, Grenier, Infested, Orokin drones, Sentients. But which of these is my favorite faction? Let's see. Greetings, Tenno. Lowlands here once again, bringing you a video on a topic I felt like discussing. My favorite faction. The game has many a faction to it, but I've always wanted to think over which of them would be considered my favorite. Hey, Scram. I haven't even started discussing the factions yet. Don't jump to conclusions. Sorry about that, Tenno. I have no idea how they got the coordinates to my Derelict. Probably should have given you a warning before yelling as well, but oh well. Ironically, the first faction I'm discussing is the Grenier. The Grenier are a militarist race, who serve under their leaders, the Twin Queens. The Lotus has had difficulty gathering information on the Twin Queens, but recently it was confirmed that they do indeed exist, and that one has died by unknown means. The Grenier seem to be uninformed of this, even within the compound of their makeshift palace, the Kuga Fortress. The Grenier are not born as children or babies from what I've observed. They are created using genetic templates, causing them to be created as a mature adult. However, the Grenier seems to also not have an adequate supply of templates, leading to their necrosis. On top of that, the Grenier usually do not have a choice to serve their queens or not, they are created with it drilled into their minds. However, occasionally, a mutation allows them to rebel, leading to Grenier such as the founder of the Steel Meridian, or my favorite, Clone. Personally, the Grenier are a faction that greatly interests me, as I have seen them since the days of the Orokin, when they were simply clones meant for labor. Whether they are my favorite though, well, we will see. The next faction I will be discussing are the Corpus. The Corpus are a merchant cult that thrives off of salvaging any Orokin tech they can get their hands on, and selling it for insanely high prices. The Corpus are very shady when it comes to obtaining their wares, as stated by Darvo.
Legions of robots, mindless automatons, freaking lasers. These guys are bad news, but they're also loaded, which is why you're here. Technically this is stealing, but don't let that bother you. The Corpus aren't exactly beacons of moral fortitude either. They sell anything to anyone.
Obligatory jokes on Dargo fan art Google searching aside, the Corpus usually do not fight for themselves. Instead, they send proxies like Mopaz and Versailles. Personally, I hate this faction with every bit in my coding. They are nothing but thieves who strive to profit off of the weapons of old. They would drive me to vomit, if I had the ability to. With that said, let's move on to the final faction I will be covering, the Infested. The Infested are the result of an Orokin nanovirus meant to fight the sentient threats. However, due to its non-selective nature, it became more of a hindrance than a hero. On top of that, LNV re-engineered the infestation, causing the mutualist strand. The infestation is a dangerous threat to the system, more so than the Grenier or Corpus could ever be. So now we reach the end of the video. You may be asking,
Lowlands, what about your favorite faction? You said you'd tell us what it is.
well, my little organic void children, here it is. My favorite faction is
Clone.